Hi, I'm Emily from Emily Rose Marketing, and I help virtual assistants and social media managers go from little to no leads to effortlessly booking clients in 30 to 90 days. And I would love to help you get there. Sign your first or next client ASAP. And today it's Monday morning, and I am here to talk to you about, but what if I fail? It is something that I think we all kind of deal with, and some of us handle failure better than others. And it's definitely been like a learning curve for me as well. I've had a lot of things that seemed like failures happen in my life. And sometimes it seems like it would be easier to just not keep going, to just like give up or try something different, which sometimes you do have to try something different. But that's what I want to talk about today is, what if I start a virtual assisting or social media management business, and what if I fail? Um, and I've got a couple of like stories from my personal life lately. So I have talked about this before. I am been like on a health journey and trying to better my strength and all of the different things. Like I just wanted to overall, when I got divorced, I wanted to feel strong. And that's where like this kind of started. Like I knew I needed to change some things in my life. And so that's where I started. I just wanted to feel strong. I didn't really start with like, I want to lose weight. I wanted to, but my main goal was I wanted to feel strong and I wanted to push myself. And so I started working with a personal trainer over like a year and a half ago. And I still work with him, and he hosts these fun little, in addition to like our other training, he will host these challenges for his clients. So it's kind of like a sprint for, this was like the last 8, well, it's been a little, we've been done for a couple of weeks, but it was like 8 weeks we did it, and you get points for all these different things. So like you get points if you track your food, if you do cardio every day, if you do strength training every day. He sends out a little workout challenge. If you do that, you get points as well. And then so you do all these things every day and you get so many points. And at the end of the challenge, there's like a winner for who won the most points, who lost the most weight. Like, and he makes it fair. Like it's because some people, if you have less weight to lose versus people who have more weight to lose. So percentage of whatever, that math. Anyway, so I was in the top for the points with a couple other people. And so he said, let's do this challenge off thing. So like an extra little thing, and see who can do it the best, and that person will win it all. So he was kind of like, maybe we'll do an obstacle course. Maybe we'll have you do specific exercises, and whoever can like do the most or whatever, do something the fastest. But what he ended up doing was, there were 3 things. And so the first one was like how many push-ups you can do. And I mean like legit push-ups, no like from your knees, real push-ups from your toes. How many of those you can do without stopping and getting like all the way down, like not like within, he said like a fist, like from the floor to here, getting down that far. And then the second thing was you do 20 squats, and then you would have to hold at the bottom for 30 seconds. And that one was like really, really hard. The hold part, the squats, not that bad. And then the last one was how long you could hold a plank for. And so me, in my mind going into this, I am like, well, I can do like a checklist. Like if you tell me I need to track my food, I need to do cardio for 20 minutes every day, and I need to do the strength training for 45 minutes, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I can do that kind of stuff. But this stuff like freaks me out because it has to be like a determination. And so I went in there the first day, and he wanted like video proof, or like for you to see him, like him watch you do like the push-ups. He wanted to make sure nobody was cheating, that they were getting down far enough on the push-ups, holding where they needed to be on the squats and all of that, and like not saying they did a, really long plank and didn't. So anyway, as I walked in there, like the first day that we had like 3 or 4 days where we could try it as many times as we wanted. So like the first day I did it, I like walked in and I had like this defeated attitude. Like I was like, I am not a good planker. Like I was like, there's no way I'm going to get the plank thing. There's going to be people who, you know, would like, I knew there were people that could beat me on the plank because I'm not good at that. And so I started, and I did like okay on the push-ups the first day. I did it not great on the squat thing. And my trainer, he obviously knows me because we've been together for like working out together for like a year and a half. And he's like, okay, you have already lost this in your head. You need to go home and have like a big attitude adjustment for tomorrow. And it was so true. Like, because that is exactly what I was thinking. I was like, gosh, I cannot outlast these people at the plank, and I'm not going to be able to blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm like, this is like not what I was thinking, because I was thinking it would be like, anyway. So I was just like, I'm not going to be able to do this. And it's so hard. And woe is me. You know what I mean? You've been there. You've had that attitude. And so he was pretty stern with me and was like, you have lost this in your mind. You have got to get a new attitude and come back tomorrow. I came back the next day and I did better, but I still was like, I could do better. And that was the thing. Like, he's like, I know you could do more, because on the push-ups, he's like, you pushed yourself back up off the ground and then sat down instead of falling down on the ground. And same thing on the squats. Like, he's like, if you're going to fall. Cause that's how I felt like I was going to fall in these when I was holding it in the 30 seconds at the bottom. And so he just like had said that to me the next day. Then the last day came and it was like the same thing. I did the push-ups and like, I went like the first day I did 30, then the next day I did 40 something. And then the last day I did 55. And I possibly could have gotten more, because he said the same thing to me again. He's like, you pushed yourself back up, so you could have done at least another one because you didn't fall down. And then as I was doing the squats, he went in this whole little rant. He's like, us as people, so these are not my words, these are my trainer's words. I take a lot of, inspiration, but these are my experiences. He was like, we as people are so afraid of failure that we won't even let ourselves fall down by pushing ourselves to our true limit when we are doing even like these exercises. Like, it doesn't matter if I fall doing a push-up or the squat thing. Like, I know I was embarrassed about that. I was like, I don't want to fall over, because for some reason in my mind, that made me feel like, okay, if I fall over while I'm doing these squats, I'm going to look like an idiot. I'm going to feel stupid, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, that was the narrative. But after he said that to me, and he's like, it is not bad to fail. It is okay to push ourselves to our limit like that, especially like, when we're doing these workouts or whatever, because that's kind of what we are going for, was to get our bodies to true failure in the workout sense. So, I mean, you don't want to do that in all areas of your life, but in some. And so I did the squats and I got 6 rounds of them. So the first day I did like 2.5, then I did 4, and then I did 6 rounds. And yeah, I was dying. Like, I did fall to the ground when I was done with my last hold, because like you have to get through the hold for it to count. So I was like, I have to hold it. I have to. And like, that's the other thing. There's so many things we think we can't do, but if we keep trying, we can. Like, I think about this a lot. Like, if I can do just one more of whatever, like one more rep, read one more page, do one more thing when I'm cleaning, whatever it might be. If like I try to, I'm already doing these things, so I should do a little bit more. And then I can possibly push myself further. So, we can do that. We can push ourselves further than we thought with our bodies, with our minds. We just kind of, it's ourselves that are putting that doubt there. And it just hit me pretty good as I was doing this, because I think of all the physical aspect of it. Like it was okay to fail. And I want to say now, let's connect this back to virtual assisting and social media management and trying something new, starting something from scratch. It is scary and it seems hard. And you might think, well, I could never do that. I could never do this. And sometimes we're our own worst enemies because we're saying that to ourselves, and we really can do it. And we really can do hard things if we, and I get it. Like, it's hard when you're in that mindset, like that first day, and I was like already defeated. It was rough. It took me still like that whole day. And even that morning when I went in, the next morning, I was still a little bit there, but I was like, no, I'm going to beat my stuff yesterday. And so I was like, and that became my goal through that thing, was like, I have to beat myself from yesterday. So I did the first one, then I beat myself the one day, and then I beat myself again, and then it was over. So that was nice because I didn't have to keep beating myself. But I knew, like, I texted my fiance after I finished it, and I did really want to win the whole thing. But I did say, I at least improved upon my own stuff every day. So that really means that I grew and I beat myself. And so I am winning in that respect, but I still want to win the whole thing. But like, that's so true. Like, sometimes the only person you need to measure your success against is yourself. And where you were last year, where you were last week, where you were today versus yesterday. And just know it's okay to fail, because you really haven't failed. If you've tried something, you've learned something. I was also in a Facebook group for virtual assistants last night, and there was a girl who, had a couple of clients who like just kind of ghosted her. They paid her and she did some of the work. She needed some materials from them. They didn't ever show up with it. And so she like lost those clients, but she was like, okay, but now I know, like, this is the thing. Like, you always have to kind of look for that silver lining. That she was like, now I know I don't want to offer people social media management anymore. So that was what maybe could look like a failure, but not, because now she knows that was not for me. That is not a task I want to offer people. So that's great. Now she can move forward, start blank slate clean, and move forward with services she really wants to offer people, instead of trying to offer that to more people and realizing, I really don't like this after the fact, that you sign more clients for those things that you really don't want to do. Okay. And since I'm a little bit inspirational today, I also saw my friend Megan. She shared this TikTok video, and it's this guy, and his name, I had to write it down, Brendan Burchard. And he was talking, he originally made the TikTok. She just used his sound, which it was a great sound. It was really good. And I wish I could just like play it for you here, but let me kind of sum it up for you, because I took some notes. And he was talking about how we're afraid to start our dream. And he says, it's not that you're scared to start your dream. It's that you're scared how you'll be seen and perceived and how you will feel when you are chasing the dream, and your fear of failure. And so he's like, it's not so much that you're embarrassed by your dream. It's that you're going to be seen playing small or doing something different. And who cares what those other people think? Start something that matters, kind of lean into that fear and that anxiety, because that means you're growing. When you can push yourself to that, there's like that sweet spot of your comfort zone and your growth zone. Like, there's no growth in the comfort zone and there's no comfort in the growth zone. Like, you have to be feeling a little bit like this is pushing me for it to work. So all of these things together, yes, you will probably fail, but there is no perfect time to start. And the sooner you start and the sooner you get going, the more experience that you're going to have from learning from things that might not work completely right, figuring out where you want to be on this journey. And if you start now, it's going to be better than if you look back a year from now and say, dang it, I wish I would have started this a year ago. That's like a huge thing for me. It is like, and that's like that quote, best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. Second best time is now. Same thing. You don't want to be looking back in a couple years thinking, I wish I would have jumped on this when I had that original idea and that original dream and found the help and the stuff that I needed, the support that I needed to get going on this dream. So those are my 2 cents on, but what if I fail? You will, and you'll learn from it, and you're going to be okay. And it's uncomfortable, and we've all been there. And that's why I'm here. I want to help walk you through those uncomfortable feelings and that, getting started, finding clients. I want to help you build your virtual assistant business. I want to be here for you. If you would like me to look at what you have started or how you're finding clients, I would love to chat with you. If you will comment free call in the comments below, I will send you my link. We can chat and get things started and let you know how I can help you. So good luck chasing those dreams today.